Good morning, everybody. Hopefully everybody has a blessed and beautiful day. Bright and early Thursday the 27th. Decided to answer a few questions. I had a couple people ask me my thoughts on the safe injection. A couple people asked me my thoughts on the safe injection sites that are going to be going up in Philly. I think it's a great idea. Listen, it's hard to capture what it's like down there through the video, even through the lives. It does it no justice. There's people all over the place, laid out on the floor. Some are passed out. Some are nodded out. Some are sleeping. Some are just exhausted. Some are just resting. There's people all over the place, all over the streets, all over every stoop, below awnings, all over the place in Kensington because of the drug issues there, right? So I think it'll cut down a little bit on that, but I also think it provides those people that are gonna get high with a safe place to do it. A lot of people are gonna say, well, isn't this enabling? You're giving them a place to get high, so they're gonna think it's okay. Listen, all that stuff goes out the window when we're in our addiction. And those of us that have been in addiction and are familiar with addiction, we know that, right? The people that aren't familiar with addiction don't necessarily know that. So it's hard to grasp that and to fully comprehend that if you aren't truly familiar with addiction. But there's so many people that you see out there overdosing, and they're being left for dead. It's going to cut down on that. Imagine, let's put it like this. Whenever anybody asks my opinion of something, I always say, okay, number one, how would I react if that was one of my family members, right? And anything, they can ask my opinion. What do you think about, what do you think about seatbelts? And I say, I want my kids to wear seatbelts, so I think everybody should wear seatbelts. What do I think about kids playing football? I'm going to be a little leery, but my son's playing football, so the same thing, just using those as an example. But those people are going to get high. They're going to get high regardless. I think we have to provide them with a safe place to do that. Imagine how many overdose deaths could have been prevented if there was trained medical staff able to respond to that overdose immediately. There's so many kids that would have been alive. There's so many mothers that would have been alive, so many sons, so many fathers, vice versa, that would have been alive, And then the other side of the coin is, okay, is this enabling? I don't have a good answer to that. It might be enabling, but at least at the end of the day, we're saving a life. So to me, whatever it takes to save a life, I'm for it, man. I'm pro-life. We give them another day to maybe get clean, and we don't give them that choice when people are getting high in the streets, getting high in back alleys, getting high in cars. We see it all the time. We read about it in the newspaper, somebody found dead, and that's what happens. People panic. And they're with somebody. There's a couple of people getting high. They're with their buddies. They're getting high. Somebody starts to overdose. If they don't know how to react to that situation, they panic. Right away, they think they're going to get in trouble. So what do? They leave that person there, right? And then you get the other people that they'll dig in your pockets. Instead of making sure you're okay, they're going to dig in your pockets, take whatever you have, and then maybe they'll make sure you're all right, right? Then maybe they'll call 911. Maybe not. Who's to say? So I just ask anybody who is opposed to it, anybody seeing this video who says that's a horrible idea, we shouldn't do that, that's enabling, you have valid points. I'm not saying your points ain't valid, but I just ask you to look at it this way. If it was your son, if it was your daughter, if it was your mother, your father, your husband, your wife, Would you want them to be in that safe injection site, or would you want them in an alley? think about it. And I think when we look at it like that, the answer comes pretty quickly. It comes pretty quickly. So I'm for it. I think they should have them. Definitely down in Kensington. It's very much needed. Very much needed. And in my opinion, when they created the bathrooms, the public use bathrooms, I think they created that partly to give people a safe place to get high, without calling it a safe injection site. I think that's partly why they did that. And because it was getting some kickback from the community. Community, wasn't too happy about it. But listen, you take a walk down Kensington any given day, any time of the day, doesn't matter the weather. It could be stormy, it could be freezing, it could be hot. You're gonna see people getting high out in the open. You're gonna see it. You're gonna see needles littering the ground. You're gonna see it. It's just a fact of life. It's just the way it is down there. So, safe injection site, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Imagine how many people would be alive if that safe injection site was in place. I'm sure people that are watching this, you would have family members that are still alive if that safe injection site is in place. So it's needed. It's very much needed. And it's not so much about changing what's going on down there. It's so much about dealing with it right now and then changing it. Because the solution to that problem is going to take years. That problem isn't going to be solved anytime soon. 12 months, 6 months, nothing like that. It's going to be a years worth of hard work to change that problem. So in between then and now, I think we have to take the correct steps to minimize the loss of life down there. And I know people are going to disagree. That's cool, because everybody's entitled to their own opinion. So tell me your thoughts. Drop down in the comments. Tell me what you guys think. Do you guys think it's a good idea? Do you think it's a bad idea? If you're from another country and they have that in your country, let me know and tell me how it works. Let me know. I'm interested to hear what you guys have to say. Right? So I thank you guys for checking out this video, and I appreciate you. Like I said, it's early morning here on the East Coast. So I hope everybody's having a blessed day. Go out and get it and be the best you could be. Thank you, guys. So during the video, I forgot to explain exactly what a safe injection site is for those of you that don't know. A safe injection site is a place with medical staff on call where people with drug abuse problems can use their drugs in a facility that is supervised by medical personnel. So if somebody overdoses, they can be treated right there on the scene. That's basically what a safe injection site is. They can go in there. They don't have to risk being arrested. This provides them with a safe place to get high, so they're not getting high in the street in front of our children. They're not overdosing in the back of the alleys. That's what a safe injection site is. Philadelphia just approved for their first safe injection site, which will be in South Philly, if I'm correct. It's still in the planning phases, but that's basically where we're at with it now.